Jason Olzak, the holder for the field goals, wisely called a timeout there when they made that field goal to go up 24 to 14 because they did not have the right personnel out there. They had some guys running on, some guys running off. They did not like their setup, so Olzak wisely called the timeout there. They finally got that straightened around and got the field goal to go up 24-10 at that point. But again, Prairie du Chien comes back, and they never gave up, and they just made the best of their opportunities that were presented to them. Well,
and number 75, Philip Wolf, a 5'10", 160-pound junior. That's the defense for Lancaster. Thank you very much. Now the Prairie du Chien offense tonight begins with number 15, Andy Arms, 5'10", 165-pound senior. The left tackle, number 66, Dan Klima, 6 feet, 225, a senior. He'll rotate with 67, Dave Esser, 6 feet, 190, a senior. The left guard is 65, Darren Sullivan, 6 feet, 195. All of the starters are seniors for Prairie. The center, 69, Kevin Campbell, 6'3", 210. The right is 6, 190. And the Flying Arrows. We're getting set for this football game, Parents' Night, the first conference game, and we've kept you in suspense long enough. Last basketball.
I guess it was the basketball season, right? I've been sort of taking it off the air a little bit. By the way, Prairie du Chien will be receiving, and down deep for Prairie du Chien, we've got Brian Burnett, along with Andy Arms there, our defense. Kicking off for Lancaster, Flying Arrows, Lancaster, be Brian Hotager. They have a sophomore that will be doing their field goal kicking for them to get into range. I was watching during warm-ups. He's a soccer-style kicker. Cracked one off from 45 yards out during warm-up time. That kid's got a strong leg. And you don't see much soccer-style kicking, especially in central Wisconsin.
Does he wear shoes?
I believe he did, yeah.
Just one.
I don't want him to scare. Short run for the kickoff, and it's a very short kick. It's going to be taken by Jones right around the 25-yard line. He's going to be written down right around the 34-yard line. And that's where Prairie du Chien will take over, 1st and 10. Now, a very short kick. That was, I guess, somewhat surprising to see because Hotager is very, very big. Prairie du Chien brings that out to the line at quarterback. Matt Martin in the backfield. We've got Osterhaus and Ducharme split off to the right side. Handoff goes right around to the right side, and trapped and brought down in the backfield is Brian Burnett. Burnett brought down by number 54, Tyler Blackburn, who is a 5'9", 160-pound senior for the Flying Arrows. A loss of 3 yards on the play. Make a second down, 3 yards to go. Prairie du Chien has the ball at their own 31-yard line. Martin brings them back on up to the line. In the backfield, once again, we've got Ducharme along with Osterhaus. Handoff goes up or back is Martin. The pass looks downfield, fires deep, and it's a completion down the right-hand side of Burnett. Burnett's going all the way down. 10, 5, touchdown, Prairie du Chien. Matt Martin unloads a 68-yard touchdown scoring play. Second play from scrimmage for Prairie du Chien to hit a beautiful long bomb to Brian Burnett along the right sideline, and he raced her on in. Nobody even around to stop him. And touchdown, Prairie du Chien.
Just a superb play. Matt Martin, 8 of 11, the second game of the season against Decorah. That was superb, right on the mark. Burnett so quickly down the field, and a big play for Prairie.
Hersman puts the extra point kick up, and it's good. Making it 7-0, Prairie du Chien with 11 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. Prairie du Chien 7, the Flying Arrows nothing. This is your high school football report.
Mercury outboards are great outboards. Starks Mercury prices are
Terrible strawberry hot fudge topping because of Hardee's. We're out to win you over with a twist at participating
Himrick's Rexall Drugstore in downtown Prairie du Chien has the answer for all your medical needs. Everything from wheelchairs, hospital beds, patient lifters, and accessories that'll help someone convalescing at home be more comfortable. You can buy these items or just rent them from Himrick's Rexall Drugstore in downtown Prairie du Chien.
Okay, a nice long high kickoff by Shane Hersman for Prairie du Chien, taken by Jansen right around 17-yard line, and he had a good run back all the way out to the 38-yard line, the Lancaster 38-yard line, where he was written down. That's where Lancaster will take over 1st and 10.
And it was the kicker, as so often is the case, Shane Herdisman, who made the tackle.
Otherwise, if Shane would have missed that, I think we would have clean sailing all the way to the goal line. Eric Steinhoff, the quarterback, in the backfield. We've got Steve Guy at fullback, along with Mike Gay and Steve Reynolds. And an option play kept by Steinhoff, and he runs it over the left tackle and gets a gain of about 3 yards on the play. Garside and Herdisman in on the tackle for Prairie du Chien.
Think about the wishbone, Brian. It opens up so many options, and according to the coach, Eric Steinhoff handles the wishbone better than anybody he's had in high school, which says a lot. Hoke has been at Lancaster 7 years.
Well, 5-yard gain on that last play. 2nd down, 5 yards to go for the Flying Arrows. Steinhoff calling the signal. Wishbone now split off to the right side. Goes Mike Gay. Put up in the play, throws the ball, and just about intercepted, except hauled in. There is a flag on the play. The ball was hauled in, though, by Matt Hudson, a 6'2", 170-pound senior, over the middle. Matt Martin got in there. I almost thought he intercepted that ball, but it slid through. And they are talking to Prairie du Chien. We'll see what this penalty is all about.
And I'm sure they will take the penalty because it was a nice gainer. The pass to Hudson would have been more than enough for the 1st down.
They do decline the penalty. The pass was incomplete, so they trapped it.
Oh, okay.
Looks good. So, 3rd down and 5 yards to go. Prairie du Chien declines the penalty.
That was a surprise, frankly.
I thought he had it, but they said that he trapped it. Steinhoff up underneath, I formation. Split off the right side is Mike Gay. Handoff goes to the right side. Now an option play. No, he hands off to the right side. Sometimes it's hard to figure this out. Gain of about 2 yards on the play by Steve Dye. Dye, a 5'11", 165-pound senior. It'll make it 4th down and 2 yards to go for the 1st down. Lancaster at their own 46-yard line, and they're going to kick. Prairie du Chien sends deep Fournette and Herdisman. And we've got illegal procedure flags up all over. They sign off through their punting. Normally.
Not normally, as I understood it, it was, Steinhoff the punter, and it's Hochtalker that does the kickoffs, and Scott Iverson that does the field goals. That's quite a kicking crew when you have 3 men involved.
Illegal procedure on that play, so I don't move it back 5 yards. Prairie du Chien switches around now a little bit. And deep for Prairie du Chien is Arms, along, I believe, with John Ducharme. John Ducharme deep. Steinhoff gets the ball up, sort of a high kick, taken by Arms at the 25-yard line. Arms splits off to the right side, and he's written down at the 32. Tackled by Pat Owen of Lancaster, 5'11", 180-pound senior. And Prairie du Chien will take over at the 31-yard line. Their own 31-yard line. First series of plays, folks, if you just joined it. Second play of the ball game. Matt Martin connected with Brian Fournette for a 68-yard touchdown scoring play, making the score 7-0. We've got 9 minutes left here in the first period. Martin hands off up the middle, and ball goes to Osterhaus. Osterhaus dives forward for about 3 yards before he's driven back. Dye on the tackle for Lancaster.
I think opposing teams have a tendency to key on Greg Osterhaus because he's had such a successful season already. He's carried 47 times for 298 yards. That's 6.3 yards per carry.
Give Osterhaus 2 in the last one. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. In the backfield, we've got Ducharme and Osterhaus. Well, off the left side is Fournette. Handoff goes back up the middle. Osterhaus again, bowling forward, written down finally by 4 Lancaster players. Gets a gain of about 5 yards on the play, all the way to about the 39-yard line. They'll make it 3rd down, and let's call it about 3 yards to go for the 1st down for Prairie du Chien.
Credit Osterhaus. He does a lot on his own, but he also gets a lot of help from that offensive line. It's an excellent line, one of the best that Coach Paul Beebo has had in front of those runners.
Prairie du Chien, 3rd down, 3 yards to go at their own 39-yard line. Matt Martin up underneath, split off to the right side is Ducharme. Handoff goes to Osterhaus. Osterhaus pulls forward. Breaks loose up the left side, written down into Lancaster territory at the 45-yard line. Gain of 17 yards on that play for Osterhaus.
He's carried 3 times tonight for 24 yards, 8 yards a carry, not bad.
Averaging 6.9, I think it was, wasn't it? Or 6.2 per carry so far this year. So Prairie du Chien in the Lancaster territory at 46-yard line. And Matt Martin brings him back out to the line. Osterhaus, along with Burnett in the backfield, and a legal procedure call, I believe, on that. I've seen some movement in the line, and they whistled it. And that is a preliminary indication. Prairie du Chien, a legal procedure. And that'll cost Prairie du Chien 5 yards.
That's the first penalty of the ball game against Prairie du Chien. Lancaster is 1 for 5. We talk about Greg Osterhaus averaging 6'3" a carry. Then you look at Brian Burnett, 25 carries for 179 yards, 7.2 yards a carry.
Prairie du Chien has always had a good, strong backfield. And
year after year, there doesn't seem to be any let-up.
Matt Martin brings him up to the line. Split off to the right side is Ducharme. Osterhaus into the backfield and handed off to the right side. Goes to Burnett. Burnett swings right around the right-hand side. Hits some daylight. Now moves it all the way down to the 40-yard line. A gain of about 10 yards on that play. Prairie du Chien, of course, had a 1st and 15, making now a 2nd down and 5 yards to go. He got back to the 5-yard penalty and 5 to go with it. Prairie du Chien at the 40-yard line of Lancaster. Prairie du Chien leads this ball game 7-0 with 7:13 left to go here in the first period of play. Matt Martin brings him up to the line. In the backfield, we've got Osterhaus. In motion, going to the far side of the field is John Ducharme. Handoff goes up the middle to Burnett. Burnett is dropped right at the line. No gain on the play. They'll make it 3rd down and 5 to go.
Take a look at that Lancaster defensive line, the size of the guys in there. 160, 185, 230, 150, and 160. So they're not the biggest defensive line in the conference by any means.
Prairie du Chien with a 3rd down and 5 yards to go at the Lancaster 40-yard line. Matt Martin up underneath, calling the signals. Drops back, looking downfield, fires, and just about complete, but knocked out of the hands of Bob Jones, a 6'1", 190-pound senior for Prairie du Chien. He made the crossing beautiful. He wasn't even looking at the time the ball was thrown, which was a good play. He did his out and was right in his face. He had it in his hands, but when he was hit, it was jarred loose. It'll make it 4th down for Prairie du Chien. 4th down, 5 yards to go at the Lancaster 40-yard line. Greg Osterhaus back to kick for Prairie du Chien.
They have their big guy in there, don't they? The 6'10" guy, yeah.
And a nice spiral kick off to the right side and out of bounds at about the 6-yard line, right into the corner for Osterhaus, putting Lancaster deep in their own territory, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 6.
Couldn't be nicer, just excellent.
Playing field looking pretty good here for Prairie du Chien with all the dry conditions that we've had. Groundskeepers have done a good job keeping the water on it.
Real nice job, man. You can come over here almost any time of the day and see the sprinkler system on.
Steinhoff brings him on up to the line. Way down at the end of the field, we're going to try to get a good look. In the backfield, we have Dye and Gay. In motion to the far side goes Mike Gay. Steinhoff hands off, penalty marker thrown. Handoff goes to the right side to Steve Dye. Gain of possibly 2, maybe 3 yards on the play, but we've got a legal motion in the backfield. And it's a preliminary indication from the official.
It was John Garside who had the tackle for the Hawks.
5-yard penalty, which will be a half the distance of the goal if Prairie du Chien takes it. And they're going to mark off that distance, half the distance to the goal, which will put them right around their own 3-yard line. It'll be 1st down and let's call it 13 yards to go for the 1st down. Steinhoff, only a 5'8", 150-pound quarterback. He is a senior. In the backfield, Dye, Gay, and Reynolds. Handoff goes off of the left tackle and maybe a gain of 2 yards on the play before Brian Burnett makes the stop.
Burnett was there. Garside also.
Prairie stacking up the middle quite well. A gain of maybe 3 on the play. It's called 2nd down, 10 yards to go at Lancaster's 6-yard line.
Lancaster not having much luck against the middle of that Prairie du Chien line. Now they spread things out.
Looking like a passing play. We've got two wide receivers way out to the outside. Man in motion goes to the far side is Gabe. Pass goes down the field and caught right around the 8-yard line, brought out to about the 12. Reception was by number 87, Matt Hudson, a 6'2", 170-pound senior. Hudson just went down and did a quick loop back. Way to the far right side. Forward pass was probably a yard, and then he picked up about 6 or 7 yards on his own. They make a third down and 3 yards to go at the 12-yard line for Lancaster. 4:50 to go here in the first quarter of play. Steinhoff brings him up to the line. Tightened up into the backfield once again. Handoff goes over right side and brought down, and I believe short of the first down is Steve Dye. That'll make it fourth down, and let's call it 2 yards to go for the first down, and then Prairie du Chien's already sending in the receiving team. Andy Arms will be deep for Prairie du Chien. John Ducharme also will join him. Steinhoff back to do the kicking for Lancaster. Prairie du Chien should get excellent field position on this as Prairie's receivers are staying right around the 50-yard line. Kick is up, a nice long kick. Taken right at the 50-yard line and handed off to Andy Arms around the left side. Arms going down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 on that. Ducharme quickly handed off on a reverse.
Well, the reverse very effective from Ducharme to Arms. He took it for another 10 yards, and Prairie's instead, Brian, excellent field position at the 40-yard line.
That's about where Prairie du Chien left off in their last year.
Yes, it is. Prairie sure got off to a nice start tonight with that spectacular pass play.
Spectacular second play from scrimmage. Matt Martin unloaded a 68-yard scoring pass to Brian Furnett, and he just raced down the field. Back to pass once again is Matt Martin. Martin throws downfield, and the ball hits the ground just in front of Andy Arms. And it'll be incomplete, making it second down and 10 yards to go at the Lancaster 40-yard line.
As I take a look at the passes that Matt Martin has thrown this year, Andy Arms has been one of his favorite targets.
Arms is very quick.
Yeah, he's one of the fastest guys on the team. He's a real speedster. 3 catches for 26 yards. That's 8.7 yards per reception.
I formation split off to the right side is Brian Furnett. Round to the right side goes Prairie du Chien again. Is Matt Martin. He's going to keep it. He's heading downfield and gets a gain of about 8 yards before he's snaked down. There's a penalty marker down right at midfield. And so the official sees something, and he is talking to Lancaster. And of course, Lancaster will take that penalty. 5-yard penalty. Illegal motion in the backfield on Prairie du Chien. It is still second down and 15 yards to go for the first down. Into the game for Prairie du Chien. Dan Klima, he's been altering some of the plays in with Dan. Prairie du Chien playing out of a pro set off to the left side. Back to pass goes Martin. Martin looks downfield, fires up over the middle. Ball is partially blocked in the line. Pass was incomplete. They'll make it a 3rd and 15. You know that Coach Beeble's going to try on this passing game a little bit more tonight now they know that he can run?
I think so, frankly. He had such success with Matt last week, 8 of 11. I think he wants to have that versatility to be able to do them both well. And this is a key ball game because it's a conference game, and the scouting report said Lancaster was much improved, and I think he's going to use that arm a lot tonight.
3rd down, 15 yards to go. Matt Martin back once again to the pass, rolling off to the right side, sets up. Fires downfield and incomplete. Intended receiver was Brian Furnett. And Furnett sort of stutter stepped down the middle of the field. I think he was trying to run a post pattern, except he stopped and then the ball was released. He wasn't where he was supposed to be when it happened.
You look back on some years, and some years you have more talented people at quarterback in terms of passing ability than other years. And if you don't have that ability to do both, then you're really stymied if you have a one-dimensional game.
Ochoa back to kick for Prairie du Chien, down deep for Lancaster. And take him right on the 8-yard line and just snake down right then and there is Dye. And he was knocked to the ground by Andy Arms.
You know, on punch, I don't even have to look to see who made the tackle. It's almost every time Andy Arms. He's the quickest guy downfield.
He is fast. He gets right where he has to be.
Did you have him in driver's ed by any?
Yeah, I did.
Did you? He wasn't fast in the car.
No, he wasn't. They're very safe driver.
Yeah, just on the football field.
Right. Well, also in basketball, too. He's very good defensively and
Sure is.
excellent guard. Good ball handler. Steinhoff brings Lancaster up to the line, working out a T formation. Handoff goes off to the right side. I believe it was to Dye. And a gain of possibly 2 yards on the play before he runs into a massive mound of maroon ball players.
I kind of like that alliteration, mound of maroon. That was very nice, Brian.
Make it a second down and 9 yards to go, 9.5 yards. Just a small gain on that last play.
Shane Hernusman followed that play nicely. He was one of the tacklers coming up from his safety position.
Way back on their own 10-yard line, Lancaster has not had the field position, which also makes it difficult from where our vantage point is to see what's going on. Steinhoff still at the helm and rolls off to the right-hand side and hands the ball off, sort of on a crossbuck type play. Gain of about 8 on that one. Ball was carried by Steve Dye once again. Dye, that 5'11", 165-pound senior. Gain of 8 yards on the play. That's called third down and 2 yards to go for the first down for Lancaster.
You know, I could see better if I lived in some of those houses on the other side of the high school than I can from here.
Prairie du Chien, by the way, leads this one 7-0. We're still in the first quarter with 1 minute and 27 seconds left. The only score so far, second play of the game, Matt Martin hit Brian Burnett for a 68-yard scoring pass. Steinhoff up under the knees, hands off to the right side once again, and breaks up for a first down. Steve Dye once again. Dye, a gain of about 5 yards on the play. Hits it all the way out to, let's call it the 28-yard line.
This Dye's a pretty good boy. Last week he had, I'll find the sheet just a little bit.
And they're getting to a vantage point where we can see him again now.
He gained 129 yards last ball game against Fenimore.
Dye, Gay, and Reynolds in the backfield. Steinhoff hands off over to the left side and into some daylight with Mike Gay, number 44. Gay, a 5'9", 145-pound junior. Just a small bit of daylight before the hole was plugged by Matt Martin. Gain of 4 yards on the play.
Trevor O'Kane does a nice job over there on defense, too. He's been around the tackler, been around the ball carrier several times on his defensive end position.
Second down, 7 yards to go. Steinhoff brings him on up underneath, working out of the wishbone. And a motion on the right-hand side, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty against Lancaster. Somebody got the signal wrong.
Just think how nice the second quarter will be when they're at our end of the field.
Yeah, no, they'll be down here. We're not quite on the 50-yard line, are we? We're at the Prairie 40 right now,
yeah.
so it takes a little bit to look down the other end. The other end of the scoring booth, by the way, is right on the 50-yard line.
Then they have problems when they're going north.
I'm sure. Steinhoff up underneath, working out of a pro set. Things are really bunched up. Calls the play. Pitch off to the left side real quick. Carried by Steve Dye. Dye gets a gain of about 2 on that play. Before he's taken down by Tom Olson and I believe John Garside in on that tackle.
There are some boys in that Prairie du Chien defensive lineup that are going to be touted for all conference honors, and I'm not going to single out very many because there are several good possibilities, but Tom Olson certainly, who was a second-team all-conference choice last year, will be there again. He's a fine defensive ball player.
End of the first quarter of play, Prairie du Chien leads Lancaster 7-0. Let's take a break. We'll be back in a moment. This is your high school football report.
I'm a musician, and even though hip shuffle...
In air conditioning, your Lennox dealer in Prairie du Chien.
Okay, we switch ends of the field. Ball at the 32-yard line of Lancaster. Lancaster, Steinhoff up underneath, out of the wishbone. Hands off quickly off to the right side, and slamming himself forward is Mike Gay. Shane Hernusman on the tackle. Steinhoff was the ball carrier on that one. Kept it?
Yeah.
4th down and 2 yards to go for the first. And Lancaster just has not had any room to work so far. They've been really trapped back in their own territory. I mean, they may get a first down or two, but once they get out there, they get stalled. I'd watch for a fake punt on one of these times. Steinhoff back. Garside and arms down deep for Prairie du Chien. Steinhoff gets the kick up in the air. Taken after a quick bounce by Ducharme. Ducharme goes to hand off, but no fakes. It gets off around the right side now. Gets himself some running room. And there's going to be a clip on this play.
Yeah.
I see it right out front. Prairie du Chien player was clipped from behind as he was coming down. And clearly hit from behind. So maybe I'm talking to the wrong side here. Clippings on Prairie du Chien. I thought it looked the other way around.
Yeah, maybe they saw something we didn't see, Brian.
It could be.
Right down there. Could have been another person.
So it'll be from the point of infraction. And I'm sure it'll be at 10 or 15 yards.
I think he did a good job to figure out the penalty just like that. Look where the flag was flowing.
They're going to mark it off starting from the 35-yard line and mark off 15 yards. Down to the 20. We're even going further than that. All the way down to about, let's call it the 19-yard line. And that's where Prairie du Chien will take over 1st and 10. Clipping penalty on that last, on the punting. Glad you can join us here tonight on WPRE-FM in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, Marquette and McGregor, Iowa. Matt Martin calling the signals, hands it off to the left side, goes to Greg Osterhaus. Osterhaus carries 2 or 3 tacklers with him downfield.
Hortalk is the guy that gets off the bottom of the pile first. He's a fine basketball player as well. I know what an outstanding athlete his brother was.
A gain of 6 yards on the play for Greg Osterhaus, make it a 2nd down and 4 yards to go for the first down. Ball at the Prairie du Chien 23-yard line.
Some of these kids were on Lancaster's championship basketball team last year.
Osterhaus and Fournette in the backfield. Split off the right side is Ducharme. Handoff goes to the right side to Fournette. Fournette rounds it around the right side and is written down and out of bounds. And I'm not sure if there was a fumble on that play or not. No, he was out of bounds by that time. And so no gain on the play, possibly even a loss of 1 or 2. I would say a loss of 2 yards on the play. 3rd down and 7 yards to go now for the first. Fournette just couldn't get around the corner and get the blockers out in front of him. And he just basically ran parallel. A lot of running for getting somewhere.
Yes, it sure was.
Prairie du Chien tied up in running formation. Handoff goes to Fournette again. No. Handoff went up to John Ducharme. Swings it out on the left side and gets some daylight. And gets out to the 36-yard line, and a face mask penalty is going to get thrown on that one. Hortaker grabbed him right by the face mask when he took him down. And that's this call.
It was very evident from our vantage point. Nice bit of faking in the backfield because I thought that
I thought he went over the right side.
Yeah, I did too. And suddenly on the left side, there's Ducharme.
It was sort of a crossbuck play, and it looked right for Matt had it going over the right side. Everybody bunched up, and all of a sudden John Ducharme appeared over the left side, and he had some daylight. And a 15-yard penalty tacked onto that now. And they are in Lancaster territory. Prairie du Chien on 1st and 10 at the Lancaster 49-yard line. Right in front of us now. Fournette splits off to the left side. In the backfield, we've got Osterhaus and Fournette. Matt Martin up underneath going to play. Handoff goes right side to Osterhaus. Osterhaus belts his way forward and still driving. And gets himself about 6 hard yards on that one. He has blockers in front of him. He was waiting for to get himself an open movement. Orphan on the tackle for Lancaster. Make it a 2nd down. Let's call it 4 yards to go for the first down. Prairie du Chien loses this ball game 7-0 with 9:36 to go here in the 2nd quarter. One running back is Osterhaus, split off to the right side. Is Ducharme. Osterhaus with the ball again, splits off to the right side, gets himself some daylight and has the first down after a gain of about 6 yards. All the way down to the 37-yard line of Lancaster.
You know, the guy I feel sorry for is the center. He snaps the ball, then he has to take the hit.
On one hand.
Yeah, the pressure's always there. The Lancaster numbers are all goofed up tonight. They've ordered new jerseys, and they haven't arrived so they put on the old jerseys, though the programs list the new ones.
Which makes things difficult.
It makes it interesting.
Martin up underneath once again. Handoff goes up the middle. Osterhaus fakes off to the left side and breaks the tackle and gets down to the 29-yard line. Gain of 11 yards on the play for another first down for Prairie du Chien.
Just really, really nice. Jim Wolf, the cornerback, caught him on the heel. Otherwise, he might have been gone.
Greg Osterhaus, I don't know how much he's gained so far. North keeps sort of an unofficial tally here on the side. A lot of yards.
I keep forgetting to mark them down. It's the problem, Brian. I get involved in the game.
Split off to the right side. John Ducharme, Prairie du Chien with also a wide receiver split off to the right side. Handoff goes off the left side to Burnett. Burnett pulls forward for a gain of about 2. Fumble on the play and recovered by Lancaster. Burnett fumbles. Hotaker comes up with the fumble.
Tough break because Prairie had a nice drive going. I noticed right before this play, Lancaster inserted the big guy in the lineup, the Reed boy, who is 295 and
6'8".
6'8". I don't know if he was around the play at all. Hotaker got the fumble recovery.
So Prairie du Chien had a good drive going there, and a turnover puts it back into Lancaster's hands. Wishbone formation. Steinhoff at the helm. Steinhoff hands off to the right side. No. Yeah. Steve Dye handoff goes. Out of that Y formation, that wishbone in the back. It's difficult to find out who. There's lots of faking going on.
The other side gets up from the bottom of the pile. What a nice job this guy does on D.
Gain of 3 on the play. It's called second down, 7 yards to go for the first down. And Lancaster comes back up to the line.
I just discovered how I scratch my glasses choosing the binoculars.
Ah, that'll do it. Wishbone formation. Steinhoff up underneath. Dye, Gay, Reynolds in the backfield. Handoff goes to the right side and breaking free and into the wide open. All the way downfield. Here's Steve Dye. Steve Dye breaks it. Touchdown. Lancaster. A 68-yard run by Steve Dye for a touchdown. Prairie du Chien caught completely off guard. And Dye breaks a 68-yarder. Touchdown Lancaster. Prairie du Chien still standing there figuring where did that come from. It was right off of right tackle where Dye went, and he just had clear running room. All the linebackers for Prairie du Chien were faked off to the right side because of the fake by the quarterback out of that wishbone formation, and down the field they went, and he was untouched all the way to the goal line.
That was almost from the identical spot where Matt Martin threw his scoring pass earlier.
Just about, yeah. Scott Iverson in to try the extra point. Ball is down, the kick is up, the kick is good. So, with 7:19 left here in the second quarter of play, this game is tied 7-7. We'll be back in a moment. This is your high school football report.
Now stopping at the Highway Grill in Prairie du Chien after tonight's game and order their famous roasted chicken. Having a few friends over? Call Highway Grill 209 West Blackhawk Avenue, Prairie du Chien, or call the experts at 608-326-6416.
True Value Hardware is your store of first choice. After you've heard the crash and seen the glass, what do? Take your broken window to True Value. There you'll find everything you need for quick, economical repairs. The right glass will be cut to the right fit, or use their glass and helpful hints to do it at home. And you'll find a complete selection of putty knives, glazing points, and glass cleaner at True Value Hardware, Commerce Corps Mall, Prairie du Chien.
Okay, the kickoff by Hotaker. By the way, he only steps back about 5 yards when he kicks that ball. But it was a short kick, and Bob Jones took it at about the 20-yard line and got it all the way out to the, let's call it the 39-yard line. No, it's even further than that, isn't it? 44-yard line. So Prairie du Chien will take over their first and 10. This game's tied up 7-7. Osterhaus and Ducharme in the backfield for Prairie du Chien. Matt Martin hands off. Up the middle goes Ducharme and Osterhaus. And Osterhaus gets a gain of about 5 yards out to midfield.
Unofficially, Osterhaus 44 yards in this first half.
Oh, they didn't give him all at his E1 touchdown earlier. Only a gain of about 3 on that play out to Prairie du Chien still in their own territory at the 47-yard line.
I gave him 5.
Osterhaus, the lone running back. 2 men split. In motion now. Comes Burnett. Burnett swings it right around the outside. Finds the hole and turns it upfield and gets the first down right around at the 45-yard line. Well, afterburners and really ran the hole beautifully and spun his way out to the cross and got the first down into Lancaster territory.
It was a well-executed play.
Burnett was the man in motion. The home running back on that was Osterhaus. Burnett went to the far side and got the handoff right off of the snap and picked up his block and really turned it on. Working on the post, that handoff goes to Burnett again. Burnett's got some running room, fakes it off to the right side. He's at the 30, the 20, and all the way down to the 15-yard line. Brian Burnett. Gain of 30 yards on that play by Brian Burnett. And Prairie du Chien once again down knocking on the door of Lancaster.
That's the 7th first down for Prairie du Chien in this half with 5:57 to go.
First down, 10 yards to go out of bounds. Let's stop the 16-yard line. First down and 10. Osterhaus in the backfield. Handoff goes to Osterhaus right around the left side. Pulls his way across. Still moving downfield. Down to the 5-yard line. And he's out of bounds at the 2. He had just tight-roped his way along the edge of the line, and the official right on it says he went out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
The official almost got creamed by Osterhaus that time, too.
Yeah, he got out of the way quick.
Sidestepped just in time.
He's the same one that was telling us earlier that he had a knee problem. He was up here earlier.
Yes, I think he's a tennis coach someplace.
He said he quit playing tennis because of his knees. Now he's out here getting run over by halfbacks and fullbacks. A gain of 14 yards on the play, by the way. Prairie du Chien at the 3-yard line. First down and goal to go. Ducharme, Osterhaus in the backfield. Matt Martin up underneath. Things are in tight. Foot off the left side. Now goes Burnett. Handoff. No. Swings the right side. Martin drives forward. Touchdown, Prairie du Chien. Matt Martin on a keeper on a rollout. Dives over and gets the touchdown. Prairie du Chien now leads 13-7. So with 5:34 here to go in the first half of play, Prairie du Chien comes right back and draws blood again on Lancaster. Scoring off 13-7. Shane Hernsman in to try the extra point. Ball is down. The kick is up. The kick is good. 14-7. Prairie du Chien will be back in just a moment. This is your high school football report.
For a truly family restaurant, it's Country Kitchen, 531 North Marquette Road, Prairie du Chien. Serving sandwiches or complete menu, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, plus home-cooked specials. Open at 6 a.m. daily. They also have catering available. And for your convenience, carry-out service. Just call 326-6474. Pick out a new Buick, Pontiac, or GMC. Buy it or lease it. When your vehicle needs repairs or parts, see Dagnan Motors. They have over 14,000 GM part numbers on hand. Need a vehicle for a few days? Dagnan Motors has rental cars, trucks, and motorhomes. Take your next trip in an air-conditioned car or truck from Dagnan's 75 used vehicle inventory. That's Dagnan Motors in downtown Prairie du Chien.
WPNL would like all of you, especially the youngsters, to know there's a helping hand in the WPNL trucks you see every day. If you need assistance fast, flag down one of the bright yellow trucks. Those with the Operation Help emblem have two-way radios, so they can call whatever emergency service you need. Operation Help is a Wisconsin Power and Light community service, meeting your energy needs and then some.
Okay, on the kickoff, Steve Urban took it right around the 15-yard line. Dropped the ball, picked it up. He was hit. The ball was jarred loose. There was a big pile-up. Prairie du Chien said they had the ball, but they now turned it over to Lancaster. The referees had to untangle the whole mess there. And so here's where Lancaster will take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Wishbone formation once again. Sign-off up, fires downfield, and caught for a gain of about 3 yards by Matt Tooley. Tooley, a 5'11", 150-pound senior.
Just an exciting play. I think that the quarterback for Lancaster is an outstanding athlete. Aaron Steinhoff, he keeps things going, and that time we saw the arm did a nice job. If you just joined us, it's 14-7 Prairie. We're 5 minutes to go in the second period of play. Prairie scored early in the ball game. The second play from scrimmage, Lancaster came back. Prairie touchdown was on a 68-yard pass. Lancaster's touchdown, a 68-yard run, ironically, and then Matt Martin has just scored from the 3-yard line. Prairie leads 14-7. Shane Hernisman, 2 for 2 in the kicking department again tonight.
Second down, 6 yards to go. Wishbone formation once again. Steinhoff up underneath, calling the play. Long signal. Steinhoff, quick handoff up, and no, he keeps it. And swings on the left side. down, 6 yards to go. No gain on that play. Now lots of switching around going on by Lancaster.
Lancaster doesn't play nearly as many boys both ways as Prairie does. They have a lot of depth on the team, which is surprising for any high school, actually.
Timeout called now by Lancaster. So with the score, Prairie du Chien 14 and Lancaster 7. We'll take a break. This is your high school football report.
You'll always be in style when you shop for your fashions at Ben Franklin Family Center, Commerce Court Mall, Prairie du Chien. They have everything for you.
It's the Napa Fall Car Care Day sale, biggest of the year. Get ready for winter with top quality Napa parts and products. Stop by your participating Napa Auto Parts store and see how much you can save. Your Napa dealer is Doogie's Auto Parts, South Marquette Road, Prairie du Chien.
Okay, keeper again, goes over to the right side by Steinoff, and he gets a gain of about 15 on the play. All the way out to their own 43-yard line. First down and 10 for Lancaster.
Brian Burnett made the stop. These Lancaster guys are really quick. They're not big in the backfield, 150 and 160, but they can motor.
So first down and 10 yards to go. Steinoff brings him on up to the line. Yeah, I bet you have a passing play here. That's just in the set that they have right now. And no, a keeper over the left side. Steinoff again drives forward, gets a gain of about 5 yards on the play. Osterhaus on the tackle. They'll make it a second down and 5 yards to go. They're using this option play now quite a bit. Steinoff moving up to the outside like that. He splits out 2 wide receivers and his backfield splits to either side, and you're almost for sure thinking it's going to be a passing play. And it's exactly how they're set up again. One lone running back. Handoff goes over to the right side to Dye. Dye gets the gain of about 3, possibly 4 yards before he's reached down. Steve Dye, 5'11", 165-pound senior for Lancaster. He had a 68-yard scoring play not too long ago for Lancaster. The only 7 points they have on the board.
Jim Arby, the tackler for the Hawks that time.
Lancaster on a pretty well sustained drive. They're very, I would say, one of their first of the ball game, except for that long breaking play. Steinoff up underneath, man in motion, comes to the near side. Pass play, downfield it goes, and caught by Tooley. Tooley written down by Ducharme at the 45-yard line. It'll be a first down and 10 yards to go for Lancaster.
Steinoff mixed things up real well back there. It might have fooled the defense for a second, but they recovered very quickly.
Tooley has been his main receiver on these short pass plays. He just does a little swing out and doesn't go downfield more than just a couple of yards. And so it'll be first down and 10 yards to go into Prairie du Chien territory at the 46-yard line for Lancaster. Steinoff up underneath once again. Handoff goes to the right side to Dye. Dye gets a gain of about 2, possibly 3 on the play. They'll make it a second down and 7 yards to go at the 44-yard line of Prairie du Chien. 2 minutes left here to go in the first half of play. Prairie du Chien leads this one 14-7.
Kevin Campbell, John Garsar doing the job in the interior of that defensive line.
Lancaster really eating up the clock here, too. Steinoff up underneath. Calling it possibly an audible because he's taking a long time on the signal. Handoff, right side. No, he keeps it, pulls it back out, and he's knocked down at the 40-yard line. Gain of about 5 yards. He has it right in the hands of his the halfback, handing off, and he pulls the ball back out.
Comes up limping a little bit, too. It's hard, 160 going against 220 or 240. A lot of guts for a little guy. I'll tell you that. He lowers the edge, just keeps going.
Third down, 4 yards to go for the first down. Ball at the 40-yard line. 14 out of a pro set. Handoff goes to the right side to Dye. Dye pulls his way forward all the way down to the 35-yard line. And I believe he has the first down.
Albee got first down, though, but they made the first down. ball very, very well. And somebody in the booth says they have that good field goal kicker that you were watching during the pregame, Brian.
And they're almost getting to the range of him right now with 55 seconds left here in the period. And Hotaker is in the quarterback and throws it downfield, completes the pass all the way down to the 20-yard line.
That was really
Another
nice.
first down.
Really nice. Hotaker steps into the quarterback slot, hit Reynolds on the far side, and Lancaster has a nice drive going.
And we have a timeout, Lancaster. So with 39 seconds left here in the first half, Prairie du Chien leads 14-7. We'll be back in a moment. This is your high school football report.
For a model home of your choice, stop at Design Homes here in Prairie du Chien and talk to the professional home builders. You can have a home built on your great savings each and every week. Shop and save big at Dick's Supermarket, Riverside Square Shopping Center here in Prairie du Chien.
Ball thrown downfield, touchdown Lancaster. Hotaker into the ball game, turned and fired downfield, hit the other quarterback, believe it or not. Steinhoff in the end zone for a 18-yard touchdown pass. And Lancaster is just shocking Prairie du Chien here. And it is now 14-13, and Lancaster going to try for the extra point here and tie this game up.
Well, this Lancaster is an explosive ball club.
Iverson in to try the extra point. Ball is down. The kick is up. The kick is good. And so with 33 seconds left to go here in the first half, this game is tied up 14-14. We'll be back in a moment. This is your high school football report.
Prairie City Bank, your hometown full-service bank. There's no other peace of mind like the safety and protection of FDIC insurance, available at your
Wrapped in a way that you and your friends and also your parents will love. Cummings Photography, 512 South Lakota Avenue in Prairie du Chien. Phone 326-2342 for your appointment now. Evening appointments are available.
Okay, quick kick off to the left side, taken by Prairie du Chien, and written down is Stuart Walters. Walters for Prairie du Chien, a 6', 170-pound junior, and gets a gain of about 5 after he gets it. Prairie du Chien takes it at their own 40. 27 seconds left here to go in the first half. The clock is running. Prairie du Chien hasn't got much time, but they may have time to whip off a couple of quick plays here.
Walters is in field of the ball very well.
Matt Martin up underneath. Calls it, rolls off to the right side, looks downfield, decides to keep it himself. Running it downfield with 8 seconds left, is finally taken down after a gain of about 6 and 3. And Prairie du Chien does call a timeout.
Did they get her out? They did.
They got her off in time.
That time Matt Martin looked downfield. There was nobody deep. There were a few guys short, but they were all covered very well. Timeout. We'll take a break and be right back. This is your high school football report.
Mercury outboards are great outboards. Stark's Mercury prices are the greatest. For the best outboard price of the year, see Stark Sports Shop now. A new Mercury 25 horsepower is only $14.19 at Stark's. Save hundreds now. See Stark's Mercury outboards in Prairie du Chien now.
much tougher because at Hardee's, we're out to win you over with a twist.
Okay, Prairie du Chien got back in there, but then called for a 5-yard illegal procedure, so 1 second ticked off the clock. And so with 2 seconds to go in the first half, Prairie du Chien tied up 14-14 with Lancaster. And the officials marked off 5 yards against Prairie. And Prairie du Chien's going to try this one more time. Matt Martin showed earlier that he can score from a long ways away by throwing a 68-yard touchdown pass to Brian Furnett on the second play of the ball game. And once again, Martin up underneath, rolls off to the one side, throws it downfield, and that is the end of the first half. The ball was caught, but a loss on the play of about 3 or 4. So at the end of the first half of play, Prairie du Chien is tied with Lancaster, 14-14. We'll be back with our halftime program in just a moment. This is your high school football report.
Your next Rexall drugstore in downtown Prairie du Chien.
I won't say what they're responsible for when we lose. O'Kane. That's Mrs. O'Kane. That's Mrs. O'Kane. Miss Lemessurier? What's her name? What's her name? Let's find out.
Representing John Duchamp, Mr. and Mrs. Laverne Duchamp. Representing Mike Trout, Mr. and Mrs. Ron Trout. Representing Greg Osterhouse, Mr. and Mrs. Brown Osterhouse. Representing Gerald Wieger, Mr. Philip Ford. Representing Jim Alder, Mr. and Mrs.
But at least we corrected it and they could.
Better than what it was 15 years ago when we had no classes. So we do have some of those people out there. And again, I realize I'm sounding prejudiced, but we can't hope that those people will, those small schools will express themselves at the meeting. But we're obligated to do what our schools want us to do, and we will do that insofar as reasonably possible. It's been great having you here. We thank you for your insight and congratulations to the job that you and the other staff members at the WYWA do. I know that Wisconsin is a model nationwide, and certainly the job is done to perfection, and not an easy job being in the hot seat like you guys are, but we really appreciate it.
The dining room is open 7 days a week from 5 till 10 p.m. Sit back, relax, and simply enjoy the best food and beverages Prairie du Chien has to offer. As Caper Supper Club for over 60 years in downtown Prairie du Chien. Tackle your food shopping needs at Dick's Supermarket in Prairie du Chien. Dick's game plan of one-stop shopping convenience teamed up with low prices assures you great savings each and every week. Shop and save big at Dick's Supermarket, Riverside Square Shopping Center, here in Prairie du Chien.
Okay, we're back here at Prairie Field here in Prairie du Chien. Prairie du Chien and Lancaster tied up 14-14, and Lancaster will be receiving the second half kickoff. And for those of you that are following the pennant race here for the Milwaukee Brewers, the Brewers are down at the moment in the fourth inning to the Seattle Mariners 1-0. There's still a lot of time left in that ball game. Brewers cruising at this point 1-0. Kicking off for Prairie du Chien will be Shane Hartman. And down deep for Lancaster will be Rob Janison. Along with, I'm waiting. I'm sure it'll be Steve Dye. Long huddles. What are you looking for? A very, very exciting first half of football was played here, and Prairie du Chien striking quickly in the ball game with a 68-yard scoring pass. But Lancaster started showing some speed already in the second quarter of play with a 68-yard scoring run by Stephen Dye, and then right before the end of the first half, 20-yard touchdown scoring pass. And Buffalo are going like crazy here, and they're going to try that all over again. But touchdown pass was played right at the end of the first half by Brian Hortaker. Threw it off to Eric Steinhoff, and that tied the ball game up, so it's 14-14. And Prairie du Chien's going to have to kick the ball off again. There was a penalty marked on Prairie du Chien offsides on the kickoff. It's going to have to go back and try it again from the 35-yard line. That is 35 yards in penalties for Prairie du Chien in this ball game. Ironically, last week they only had one short penalty in the entire game. Down deep, receiving. And here I am on my number search again. And that's something we're battling about. 36 and back with it. 36 and Steve Reynolds. Reynolds down deep, that is. Reynolds who has the ball, and he takes it about the 15-yard line, runs it all the way out to about the 30-yard line. That's where Lancaster will take over first and 10. Lancasters are working this ball zone formation. And what's been good about it, at least to this point, is Steinhoff, at least good for Lancaster, Steinhoff, their quarterback, is very short. He's about 5'8", and weighs about 150 pounds, and he does a very good option type, and fakes very well also. And he can take the ball, pull it back out, and roll out to the outside.
Charlie Bailey and Ray Kent, the tacklers. Let me interrupt you.
No problem. Here they go out of that formation. Handoff goes over the right side, but Prairie du Chien stops Steve Dye rather quickly in his tracks. Gain of possibly 2 yards on the play. Gain of 2 will be second down and 8 yards to go for the first down.
Jaron Sutherland on the stop for the Hawks. I will use these classes.
Periodically, they do bring in Brian Hotagri. He's very, very tall. He's a junior, and he has got an excellent arm. And when he comes in, it's almost automatic pass for Lancaster. Working it all out of a Y formation. Quick handoff goes to the left side. Trips up right at the line of scrimmage, but he still falls forward for a gain of about 3 yards. There's Steve Dye. A gain of 2, possibly 3 on the play. It'll make it a third down, and let's call it 3 yards to go for the first down.
Osterhouse, the tackler for the Hawks.
3rd and 3. Steinhoff up underneath, now calling an audible by the looks of it. Takes to the left side and hands it off, and out goes and running it upfield and just barely tripped up by Shane Hurnisman. But Steve Reynolds quickly out of the backfield, real fast on a fake to the right side, or quick tramp to the right side, let's call it. And had wide open running, and the last person there was Shane Hurnisman, who finally stopped him. First and 10 yards to go at midfield. For Lancaster. Steinhoff once again working now out of an I formation. Hand off to the right side to Dye. Dye pulls forward for about 2 yards. Steve Dye, a 5'11", 165-pound senior. And he's a fullback, quite a workhorse.
Really is. Tom Wilson and, what am I trying to say? Cameron on the tackle.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Steinhoff pulls up first downfield, and the ball was complete, but there's a penalty marker and whistle blown, and it'll be illegal procedure. Completed once again to Tooley on the right side. He has hit that pass twice already to him. Short, quick passes. And they're going to mark off 5 yards for illegal motion. Brings it back into Lancaster territory to the 46-yard line. They'll make it a second down and 12 yards to go for the first down. Steinhoff up underneath. Prairie du Chien safety's dropping back. Man in motion goes to the far side is Reynolds. Roll out to the right side and just about dropped on the play, and the ball is no good. It bounced once.
Saw a great pass rush by Kevin Campbell. He wrapped his arms around Steinhoff just as he released the ball. Quick rush by Campbell.
Steinhoff has a good arm. He threw a bullet on that one and hit Mike Gay right in the numbers, except the ball was bounced loose because he was charged at the same time.
That's probably
John Duchamp.
A couple of nice quarterbacks there in Steinhoff and Hotaker. These guys will win some ball games this year. They haven't given up tonight yet either.
Third down. 12 yards to go for the first down. Steinhoff up underneath. And we may have a legal motion or an encroachment on Prairie du Chien. A man did move on the right side before Prairie du Chien went in. It is a legal procedure against Lancaster. Prairie du Chien looking to blitz on that one. The linebacker's coming in and made the right guard very nervous for Lancaster, who jumped. And Prairie du Chien can charge in. Another 5 yard penalty. Third down, 17 yards to go now for the first down for Lancaster. Ball all the way back now to the 41-yard line for Lancaster. Lancaster was over midfield at one point. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, and here's the third period to play. Steinhoff up underneath. Prairie du Chien looking up, looks again, and another movement. Left guard this time. Left guard pounds his head on the ground.
Same thing, Brian. timeout by Lancaster if they can't get it together here pretty quickly.
Lancaster moving backwards down to the 36-yard line now.
That's 35-yard penalties.
Their line is getting real nervous. Prairie du Chien looking to charge in on a blitz. They'll probably just let it go this time. Steiner still at the helm. Guy, a lone running back. And this time they get the snap away. Handoff goes off to the right side to Dye, and he's held up right there.
Prairie du Chien choppers. Sam Wilson, far side.
An unknown.
Darren Sullivan, somebody else to it.
So deep for Prairie du Chien, Andy Himes and John Duchamp. The ball's kicked. The ball's up in the air, taken by Duchamp. Duchamp gets the block from Arms, and runs it out for about a return of about 8 yards, out over the 42-yard line. Prairie du Chien's trying their own territory. Good field position at the 42-yard line.
Up Steinhoff really got the ball.
It was a real line drive kick that time. Not much altitude to it, but it carried a long way. It's a nice spiral kick.
Now the Prairie du Chien defense looked superb.
Prairie du Chien with its first series now in the second half. Ducharme, Osterhaus, Burnett in the backfield. Burnett moving into the near side. Handoff goes up the middle. Osterhaus cuts his way forward out of the midfield down to the 44-yard line. A gain of 13 yards on the play. First and 10, Prairie du Chien. Craig Osterhaus out over the right tackle, and he carries ball players with him down the field.
He's big, he's strong, and he's very quick for a big man.
Score is tied 14-14. Just getting underway here in the second half. Prairie du Chien's first series. Duchamp along with Osterhaus in the backfield. Burnett comes from the near side. This time, pass play, looking downfield, fires and hits Duchamp, except the ball's knocked loose. Called incomplete. That mark hit him right in the numbers. But there was a defender right there on the play. There would have only been a gain of about 3 yards. Second down, 10 yards to go for Prairie du Chien at the Lancaster 45-yard line. Boy, way off to the left side is Arms along with Duchamp. Osterhaus off right side, pulls forward for a gain of 5, down to the 40-yard line. Making it third down now. And 5 yards to go for the first. And man, Mark brings it back up the line. Full out to the right side now. John Duchamp in the backfield for Neff and Osterhaus, forming T. And off goes Osterhaus, pulls off the left side. Carrying guys well, and I believe he's close to the first down as he goes over the top of the 35-yard line. And we're waiting for the indication by the official.
We already had a measurement tonight. This may be
And they have a measurement. It is close. He did make it over the 35-yard line. And it is going to be very, very close.
Wanted to comment about the crowd. We have a superb crowd here representing both communities. This is the biggest visiting crowd we've seen in a long time.
By the tip of the football, they made it first down, Prairie du Chien. With the ball just over the 35-yard line of Lancaster, Prairie du Chien on a drive. Prairie du Chien did this earlier in the ballgame, was on a drive like this, and then there was a fumble, which gave the ball over, and a 68-yard running play just sort of signed Prairie du Chien at that point by Lancaster. Handoff goes to Osterhaus, left side, he moves his way down the field, a gain of about 10 yards on that play, awfully close to another first down.
Osterhaus is really the workhorse of the team. He got spot repeated prior, has some good blockers in front of him, but he makes the most of his opportunities.
A good fake also on that play by Matt Martin as he rolled up to the right side. He drew probably 3 defenders around with him. And Osterhaus just sold his way down. It is first down, first and 10 to go at the 24-yard line of Lancaster. Martin, handoff, left side goes to Burnett, first man through. Burnett goes for 6, possibly 7 yards. Down over the 20-yard line. to the 20-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play. It'll be second down and 5 yards to go for the first. 7:02 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Prairie du Chien tied up with Lancaster, 14-14. And a good football game. And right side, left side, breaks the ball, moves around the right side, and is finally driven down from the behind. The gain of left side, 4 yards in the play. That's running to go just about nowhere. Tried to turn a corner, but was met by a couple of guys. Did a nice job. Ball down, and let's call it 2 yards to go for the first down for Prairie du Chien. At the 16-yard line. Lancaster. Got marked up underneath. Hands it off to Duchamp. Hands off to Pernod. Right side touchdown, Prairie du Chien. So with the pitch up the middle to Lancaster, they came on and Maverick swung around, hit him with the hand, and hit going for Pernod, who swings on right side, 16-yard touchdown. 20-14, Prairie du Chien, 6:13 left to go. And the third period of play. Shane Herdisman to try the extra point. Snap, the ball is down, the kick is up, the kick out. Fire! Prairie du Chien leads this one, 21-14. Let's take a break. This is your high school football report. Take some time out to look at Troy's Saturday night for one. He's right looking for making out and fitness planning accounts for the hours. Absolutely free in a variety of different ways. Very good discipline. Will be fun. It'll be photographed in a way that you and your friends and also your parents will love. Filming photography, 512 South Lakota Avenue in Prairie du Chien. Phone 326-2342 for your appointment now. Evening appointments are available. The first round is Tucker up for Shane Herdisman. And we're second down 4, and they're still trying to track down these numbers, and they're having good success on it. We're up Anderson. Johnson, up the move, under the first down boundary, and right up there. And the first down back trails over the north. Now, it's real good, but we're pretty bad road run back. And I remember the big style. Wow, but that's their field position for Lancaster. And up in the neck. And Brad, up in the right down. Kids on the fire, just to get about 3 minutes by Brad the break. The ball is a red, and the fucking Brad probably springs out. He gets the ball in the hand of the back, and the player gets in front of him, but he pulls the ball back out, which you're looking for a further sooner or later from that. And manages to get the man in front of him, and he can pick up good yardage doing that. Gain of 4, and now it's up about 6 yards for the first down. Brian Vermeulen spot for Prairie du Chien. Eric Steinhardt, always good idea. We're going to take it down to you here in Lancaster. We're not any offense again. 2 round receivers there. And left to the left side of the keep the hook time. The Prairie du Chien start by right out. And it's up to the right. Time Prairie du Chien's turn guard side. Along with Mike Travis sneaking around. They got a tackle. Loss of a yard on the play. It's called third down, 7 yards to go for the first. Steinhardt brings the team up, working now out of the wishbone formation. Hands it off to Dye on the left side, and he is quickly picked up, but still drags the man down for about 4-yard gain. Martin Sullivan on the tackle for Prairie du Chien. Martin and Sullivan, I shouldn't say Martin Sullivan. 4th down, 3 yards to go. And it's questionable whether they're going to kick on this. No, they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. 4th down, 3 yards to go. Prairie du Chien's defense tightening up. Steinhardt working out of the wishbone formation. Hands it off, front man through, and they're close to the first down. Very close. Steve Dye on the carry. And it is very, very close to a first down. The official looks at it. They're going to call for a measurement.
Wow. Sullivan made a nice stop that time for Prairie du Chien.
Fourth down, 3 yards to go. Dye over the left side. And he did make it out over the 35-yard line, and that is where the marker is at. It is going to be very, very close. First down by the length of the football. Lancaster with a first down and 10 at their Prairie du Chien 34-yard line.
Jan Waller and 20 Cheka on the chain gang tonight. Somebody else way over there. Paul Igo. Doing a nice job game after game.
Steinhoff up, wishbone formation once again with Dye, Gay, and Reynolds in the backfield. Long signal count. Keeps it again on the option, and he's tackled after a gain of about 3 yards. Steinhoff does that keeper so well because he's very, very quick. Steinhoff earlier, of course, caught a 19-yard touchdown pass just before halftime from reserve quarterback Brian Hotaker. So he's a very versatile player. Gain of 3 on that play. Second down, 7 yards to go. Steinhoff calling the signal up underneath. Wide formation once again. Pulls it out to the right side. He keeps it, and Osterhaus rides him down from behind. He's on that keeper once again. This time a gain of maybe a yard. Olsen also went on the tackle.
A reminder, this is WPRE-FM in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. Mark McGregor, Iowa. Nice to have you here for this ball game tonight. Couldn't be nicer out there. 69 degrees at game time.
That's not too bad. It is cooling off, but it's very comfortable. We're in shirt sleeves here. It's not going to be like later in the season where we're warming our hands on a light bulb. Third down, no gain on that last play, by the way. 3rd and 7 for Lancaster. Prairie du Chien tightening up, wide formation again. Handoff goes to the right side this time and stacked up and stopped right there. Speed Dye. They didn't fool anybody on that play. Gain of maybe a yard. Half a yard. It'll be 4th down and 6 yards to go for the first down, and I believe Lancaster's going to keep on going here. They are going to keep going. Hotaker is in, so it's almost a for sure pass, but that could be a fake also. Hotaker is in. Looking downfield, penalty marker down. Fires downfield, incomplete.
Oh, yeah.
There is a flag on the play.
It's not going to be any surprise anymore. Hotaker has taken 3 snaps from center, and 3 times he's gone for the long pass.
He did a roller on that one, and he did have clean sailing. He could have fouled and made the first down, but there was a penalty. Illegal motion in the backfield. Prairie du Chien declines the penalty. The pass is incomplete anyway. Prairie du Chien does take over at their own 31-yard line. So Prairie du Chien holds Lancaster, and it's been a while since they've done that, since in the first quarter of this ball game. 1:51 to go here in the third quarter of play. Matt Martin hands off to Osterhaus up the middle. Osterhaus bolts forward for a gain of 5, and then is pushed back.
This Hotaker's a fine ball player. We see him at quarterback. We see him at linebacker now. Again on numerous tackles. Wait till the basketball season comes, we'll see a lot of him then too.
Oh, I bet.
Only a junior.
They have a new coach over there, by the way. With,
yes, they do.
The coach at the school that I teach at.
Very good coach,
yeah.
Gary Ripley.
Second down, let's call it 6 yards to go for the first down. Handoff goes to Osterhaus. Smashes his way forward. He's got out over the 40-yard line to the 41. First down, Prairie du Chien.
Lancaster basketball program, it's a good spot for a coach. They are a good tradition there, but since John Paulman retired, they've had something like, I don't know how many coaches in the last 7 years, and they need some stability, and Gary will give them that.
Oh, I'm sure of that. Gary, very good ball player himself, has the son that's a very good ball player, too. They're going to measure for this first down. From my vantage point where I'm at, right down the line, I say they have it.
You scrimmage with those coaches during your lunch hour, Brian?
I have, yeah. Yeah, usually run the tail off me, too.
That's good exercise, though.
This year on my schedule, I haven't got that much time for it, but last year I did quite a bit with Gary. First down and 10 for Prairie du Chien. Ball at the 41-yard line. Matt Martin brings us to the line. Prairie hasn't passed for a while. They've been really running the ball a lot. A minute to go here in the third quarter. Matt hands off to Osterhaus. Osterhaus breaks 2 tackles, keeps going forward, gain of 3 yards, penalty flag down. Illegal motion, Prairie du Chien. And officials are discussing it with Lancaster.
We've seen a lot of motion penalties in this ball game, Brian.
I think the backfield players are getting jittery. You notice that Greg Osterhaus has got his left thigh heavily wrapped?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he's got it, I'm not sure if he got a bruise there or what, but his left thigh over the top of the moon is solid white tape right now. It doesn't seem to slow him down. Taking a first down and 15 yards to go now. Ball is the 36-yard line. Osterhaus in the backfield. And a pass play. Matt Martin looks downfield, fires long. He's got Burnett out there. He's complete. He's going. He sets up and falls at the 10-yard line. Brian Burnett caught the ball at the 20 and was shoestring by number 29.
What a great play. Great pass by Martin and a superb catch by Brian Burnett.
Number 29, I'm still searching here for that.
For Lancaster.
For Lancaster.
They changed all these numbers.
They changed all these numbers. Whatever. He got him by the shoestring, and Burnett was clear to the goal line, but he was stumbling and finally fell at the 10-yard line. A beautiful long pass from Matt Martin. The Osterhaus handoff right side, pulls his way down to about the 7-yard line. Possibly down to the 6.
Brian Burnett, pretty good pass receiver. Huh? We've seen a couple of dandies tonight.
It was long, and they really let that one loose. And Brian is fast. Started at the...
My chair just broke.
Thanks
for catching me there, Brian.
At the 36-yard line, that play started. Prairie du Chien ended up on the 10, so that's 64-yard pass play. And that is the end of the third quarter of play with Prairie du Chien leading Lancaster 21-14. Let's take a break. This is your high school football report. Mercury outboards are great outboards. Stark's Mercury prices are the greatest. For the best outboard price of the year, see Stark Sports Shop now. A new Mercury 25 horsepower is only $14.19 at start.
Everything from wheelchairs, hospital beds, patient lifters, and accessories that'll help someone convalescing at home.
Down in. Ball handed off to Osterhaus, left side. Osterhaus, stiff arm point man, busts his way forward, keeps going, and down at the 1-yard line. I think he's got that first down we were talking about.
Oh, he's close to the goal line.
That almost went over.
That's quite a wrap on his left thigh. It really is. We'll have to check and see what the injury is.
First down. I think they're going to call it. Nope. Third down and about 1.5 yards to go for the first down. Quarterback sneak forward by Matt Martin. Touchdown, Prairie du Chien. Matt Martin on the quarterback keeper goes right up over the middle and brings her over the line. Prairie du Chien now leads 27-14, and Shane Harrison comes in to try the extra point.
Shane Harrison is 3 of 3 tonight, and he's been, I think, perfect on the season.
Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Boy, they delayed that a long
time. And I seen it go through, but I was going to wait because sometimes the vantage point's off. With 11:21 to go here in the fourth quarter, Prairie du Chien leads 28-14. Let's take a break. This is your high school football report.
When can a person be proud to buy a used car? Well, that's easy. Anytime.
Harold's even has an old-fashioned soda fountain where you can enjoy fresh, hot coffee, a milkshake, malt, or ice cream cone. Harold's Drugstore, downtown Prairie du Chien, they do their best to keep old-fashioned values alive. Mesra Heating and Air Conditioning of Prairie du Chien are the sales and service dealers for the new Lennox gas furnace. The first to provide an efficiency of 97% and a completely new pulse technology that'll pay for itself and go on paying dividends for decades to come. And the first to come with a lifetime warranty. Call Mike or Frank at Mesra Heating and Air Conditioning at 326-6880 or 326-2911. Mesra Heating and Air Conditioning, your Lennox dealer in Prairie du Chien.
Okay, the ball was taken by Jansen on the kickoff, brought it out to the 38-yard line. That's where Lancaster will take over. Steinhoff up underneath. Prairie du Chien looking at the blitz right off the bat here. Handoff goes, and Steinhoff on that keeper again. Pitches off to the outside to Jansen. Jansen gets around the right side, and finally is ridden down after a gain of 12 yards into Prairie du Chien territory at the 48-yard line. We do have a player down on the right side here for Prairie du Chien that is hurt.
I thought it was Mike Crouch on the tackle, but he's not injured. He's on his feet. Let's see if we can pick up the number for you. Lots of people around him. Oh, he's blocked out by about 6 or 7 guys on the sideline. Coach Paul Peeble was over. He took his helmet off.
Possibly the wind now got him.
It wasn't Crouch. He was the guy that made the tackle, and this guy was right there, too.
Crouch was shaken up on the play, they said.
That's the other Crouch then, huh?
John.
Being carried off the field. Let's find out who this guy is.
Over. No, it's number 63.
63.
That's Kevin Sherrier.
And that's... Is it 83? Maybe Bob Jones?
That's probably more like it. I don't think they either. It's hard to see.
Yeah.
Now they're off at the play. Pitch back to the outside. Oh, beautiful job by Prairie du Chien. Number 72 for Prairie du Chien. John Garside just came flying through and hit Mike Gay in the backfield for a loss of 5 yards. A loss of 5 yards back in the Lancaster territory at the 47-yard line.
So look over these numbers quickly. I think it is 83. That would be Bob Jones. Randy Keyser administering it. Apparently has a leg injury, perhaps an ankle. Left ankle is what it looks like.
Steinhoff up underneath. Second down, 15 yards to go. Gay in motion to the left side. Pass play, downfield. Ball's thrown. Caught along the left side by Thule. And it is incomplete. He was out of bounds when he caught the ball. So we'll make it third down and 15 yards to go. It is Bob Jones that is injured. It is a left ankle injury. That's what they're working on right now.
Nice to see a young doctor down there on the field. Randy Keyser of Prairie du Chien boys come back to practice in his own community, and a welcome addition to the Prairie du Chien area. Nice to have Randy back.
Something this injury happened right in front of us. We couldn't tell you who it was because so many players were gathered around and concerned at the time. Man in motion is Reynolds coming in the near side. Ball's hand. No, the sack, and it's coming down, and we've got ourselves a penalty flag down, too, because I'm sure it's going to be face mask on it. In for the sack, though.
Was it Andy Arms?
It looked like Andy Arms.
And Tom Olson was right there, too. I'm not sure who made the contact first.
Mike Trout also there on the play. But he got part of the helmet, so they're going to call a face mask on it.
Heck of a fine rush, though. That's too bad. Hit him a little high, apparently. Caught the face mask.
They call it an inadvertent face mask, so it's only a 5-yard penalty. And it will make it a third down and 8 yards to go. This is not like pro ball where they call it a penalty and then it's an automatic first down. So it's a third down and 8.
You know your stuff, Brian.
Periodically, I notice. Then I watch a little pro ball. Prairie du Chien looking like they're going to blitz once again. Back to pass, and a big rush by Prairie du Chien. A nice screen pass set up thrown downfield and going all the way out over the 34-yard line was Steve Dye. And Dye gets the first down at the 34.
Kevin Campbell had a hand on the jersey to slow him down, and then he was tackled by a couple of guys. Didn't catch who.
So Lancaster on a drive now. It looked like they had Steinhoff in the backfield, but no go. First down and 10 yards to go at the Prairie du Chien 34-yard line. Reynolds in motion to the near side. Steinhoff option again. And forward lateral, they're going to call that possibly, but it was in the backfield, so I'm not sure they're going to call that. But the penalty flag did go down.
Yeah, Andy Arms made the stop, and as the tackle was made, why it was tossed out of there to Pat Oyen.
I believe they're going to call.
Something you can't do.
Yeah, they called that a forward lateral. He was in the grasp and he shuffled the ball forward. No, they did call it a forward pass, but there was still an illegal motion on the play. All right. They called it a shuffle pass. So there was just an illegal motion, 5-yard penalty. Brings it back and is now a first down and 15 yards to go. The ball at the 39-yard line.
Well, they went to Oyen. He would be an illegal receiver. Number 60.
I guess they didn't catch all that, did they? Steinhardt. Prairie du Chien. Steinhardt still with the ball, and he's taken right down at the line.
Yeah,
went for that big, and Kevin Campbell and Andy Arms is also in the way. And stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. Possibly a loss of a half a yard on that. A loss of a full yard. Second down on 16 yards to go now.
The Arrows have the work cut out for them. They trailed by 2 touchdowns and
8 minutes and 20 seconds left. Bob Jones is up and walking around.
Good,
now.
that's good.
They have taped his ankle very heavily.
Little limp there from Bob. He'll be back in here yet.
Second down, 16 yards to go. Steinhoff looks downfield, and he's in the grasp and knocked down and tackled. Our side, along with Fargo Newman.
68.
I thought we had a 62 also.
Olson was there. I don't know if anybody else was.
Tom Olson and I believe Garside also. Oh, I see 62 there. He's down on the sideline. I'm going to get used to this.
You do fine.
Okay, in comes Hotaker. You know it's possible pass play. In motion, Gay going to the left side. Pitch. Penalty flag's down. Ball thrown downfield. Incomplete.
Was there any doubt that Hotaker would pass?
In and out of the hands of Steve Reynolds. A legal motion against Lancaster.
They've had the problems with penalties tonight.
Every time Hotaker comes in, there seems to be a little bit of a problem with the backfield getting in motion. I suppose a different quarterback and third down, 21 yards to go now for the first down. Third and 21.
And the question as to which down it is, third or fourth.
The official score over here is down at third. On the main scoreboard, they have it as fourth down. It is third down, I believe. Hotaker looks downfield, rolls out, throws, intercepted. No, just about in and out of Reynolds' hand, and just about intercepted by Matt Martin. That'll make it fourth down and 20 yards to go.
Matt had 2 interceptions in the opening ball game of the season against Mount Horeb. He has good hands back there. He'll pick off a few more this season.
7 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in this ballgame. Prairie du Chien leads it 28-14. Prairie du Chien has done all the scoring here in the second half of play. They were behind, they were tied up 14-14 at halftime. It is Prairie du Chien's ball. That was fourth down.
What was that?
And a handoff goes over the left side to Duchamp, who's just carrying his man with him, and a gain of 12 yards. He actually carried the linebacker on his back downfield. Steve Dye, and
Osterhaus
for about 5 of those yards.
Osterhaus's leg may be tapered. Boy, he just kept turning away with the guy in his back. It was quite a sight.
Out over midfield and into Lancaster territory at the 44-yard line. First and 10, Prairie du Chien. In the backfield for Prairie du Chien is Burnett, along with Osterhaus. Split off to the right side, John Duchamp. Handoff, Burnett, right side. Burnett finds the hole, and it gets it plugged, and we have a penalty flag. Either we have a late hit or a face mask.
That could be a face masker.
No, it's against Prairie du Chien. And I didn't get that.
Oh, I don't know what it was at all.
A legal block.
Wish I could resident authority up here in the booth, Joe Howard, gives us so much help. Appreciate that, Joe.
And it's going to be a big one, too. 15 yards. All the way back into Prairie du Chien territory at the 40-yard line.
About 65 yards in penalties against Prairie du Chien in this ball game.
A big penalty. First down and 25 yards to go for the first down. Matt Martin back at the helm and split way out to the left side. Two receivers for Prairie du Chien. Roll out. Osterhaus out to the open all by himself. Still running, still going in. Close to the first down after a gain of 23 yards.
Do you believe that, Brian?
All the way down to the 37-yard line of Lancaster's Greg Osterhaus.
It's going to be over 150 yards of Greg Osterhaus in this ball game.
Second down and 3 yards to go for the first down from a first and 25.
Got it all back in one big bunch.
They were looking past all the way because Prairie du Chien had two wide receivers slipped out way to the left side, and they didn't look for Osterhaus at all. Handoff this time goes back up the middle again. This time to Burnett. Burnett spins his way all the way down to the 30-yard line. First and 10, Prairie du Chien. Ball at the 30. With 5:49 left here to go in this game, Prairie du Chien leads at 28-14. Things look sort of dismal at halftime, though. Lancaster put on a good second quarter performance, tied things up 14-14 at halftime. But Prairie du Chien has been the dominating team here in the second half. In the backfield, Burnett along with Osterhaus. Osterhaus with the handoff. Hits a wall of Lancaster players, and they get him this time.
That was some hard tackling that time by the Arrows. Hotaker is the first guy.
One of the only times I've seen Osterhaus stop tonight at the line for no gain. So it'll be a second down and 10 yards to go. Good crowd, by the way, tonight. Lots of people, a good turnout from Lancaster as well as Prairie because it is Parents' Night.
That makes the administration happy when you get these good crowds.
Handoff, Osterhaus, left side, pulls his way forward for about 3 yards. They're really working that left side heavy. Gain of 3, and they're really keying on Osterhaus now. And when they start keying on Osterhaus, that's when they flip to Burnett.
Yeah, they don't lose anything there.
And Osterhaus up the middle. This time he's got daylight. Works his way all the way down to the 12-yard line. First down for Prairie du Chien. Gain on the play of 16.
Just nice to watch the job, Brian, making sure he's not in my papers.
All the way down to the 12-yard line of Lancaster.
16 first downs in this ball game for Prairie du Chien.
Matt Martin up underneath. Hands off to Osterhaus right side, and they really keen on it. No, they had 4 players on him before he barely got the ball in his hand.
Steve Dye was there from his linebacker position. Well, the way they've been working Osterhaus, I guess you can count on him pretty much.
3:53 left to go here in the ball game. Prairie du Chien threatening, leading 28-14. Third down and 10 yards to go. And in motion is Burnett to the right side. A fake rollout to the side. And there goes Osterhaus all by himself. Touchdown. A good fake to the right side and a handoff to Osterhaus who flew up the middle. And a 12-yard touchdown run with 3:35 left to go here in the ball game. Prairie du Chien now leads 34-14. Shane Huntsman's on to try the extra point. My guess right now, Osterhouse has about 150 to 160 yards. 2-point conversion try. Good by Matt Martin. Woo! Prairie du Chien leads 36-14. We'll be back in a moment. This is your high school football report.
Now stopping at the Highway Grill in Prairie du Chien after tonight's game and order their famous roasted chicken. Having a few friends over? Call Highway Grill at 326-2725 and order delicious chicken by the piece or by the bucket. And if you're hungry for catfish, then don't miss Highway Grill's Saturday night special of all the fresh catfish you can eat for only $3.95. Stop in at the Highway Grill, North Marquette Road, Prairie du Chien, any day, any time for a great meal, or call for carryouts at 326-2725. Jones Bookkeeping and Tax Service, 209 West Blackhawk Avenue in Prairie du Chien, has been in business since 1957. They will provide you with solutions to your bookkeeping and tax problems. W.J. Jones and Robert J. Jones are the ones you want to see. Take your bookkeeping and tax problems to Jones Bookkeeping and Tax Service, 209 West Blackhawk Avenue, Prairie du Chien, or call the experts at 608-326-6416.
True Value Hardware is your store of first choice. After you've heard the crash and seen the glass, what do? Take your broken window to True Value. There you'll find everything you need for quick, economical repairs. The right glass will be cut to the right fit, or use their glass in a helpful instant. Do it at home. And you'll find a complete selection of putty knives, glazing points, and glass cleaner at True Value Hardware, Commerce Corps Mall, Prairie du Chien.
Prairie du Chien leading this ball game 36-14. Flying Arrows take the kickoff. Reynolds gets it out to about the 33-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Hotaker at the helm. They're going to do a lot of passing, trying to get back into this ball game. Hotaker looks downfield, fires. His man on the left side, but out of bounds goes Reynolds. Gain of maybe 2 on the play. No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
Trevor O'Kane doing a nice job on pass defense from his end position, number 28. Charlie Bealey comes into the Prairie du Chien defensive lineup, replacing John Duchamp.
Hotaker back up to the line. Brian Hotaker, very tall quarterback. What, 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, 6'3" on our program, Brian.
And got an excellent arm. Penalty play goes down. Blitz, Prairie du Chien, and down he goes. Hotaker's down. We got Olson along with...
Is that Mark Pritchie? 64. Yeah, Mark Pritchie.
Both in on that.
End of the ball game. Now Olson comes out.
Prairie du Chien declines the penalty, takes the sack. And it'll be a second down and a long...
Stuart Walters into the Prairie du Chien lineup, along with...
Let's make it 3rd and 17.
New faces for Coach Paul Bebo and Nick Campbell's squad.
Hotaker sends Reynolds in motion to the right side. Looks downfield, he's being rushed again. Fires downfield, and no good.
Intended receiver Rob Jensen that time, but the pass was short into his turf before it got to Jensen.
Makes it a 4th and 17 yards to go. Hotaker comes out there to bring the punting squad in. They don't want to get into a position where they're going to let Prairie du Chien make another score yet.
Prairie du Chien really wore down the Lancaster defense in the second half. The Arrows just couldn't get on track.
Kick is up, a nice long spiral. Taken by Hernsman. Hernsman goes around to the right side, swings it back up the middle, and he still squeezes his way through and gets out over the 44-yard line of Lancaster.
Changed did a good job. Looked for a couple of blockers, followed them, and picked up, took it at the 45, ran it back about 14 yards, 12, 14 yards.
And Prairie du Chien will take over 1st and 10. Time out, Prairie du Chien. And so with 2:31 left here in the ball game, Prairie du Chien leads 36-14. Let's take a break. This is your high school football report.
For a truly family restaurant, it's Country Kitchen, 531 North Marquette Road, Prairie du Chien. Serving sandwiches or complete menu, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, plus home-cooked specials. Open at 6 a.m. daily. They also have catering available. And for your convenience, carry-out service. Just call 326-6474, and they'll have your order ready to go. A place like home, Country Kitchen, North Marquette Road, Prairie du Chien.
Right now, your home is being robbed of precious energy. Sure, you've weatherized, but chances are a few spots were missed. Why not let Wisconsin Power and Light take a look? They'll check every inch of your home and tell tell you if there's more you can do to save. Call WPNL today for a free home energy analysis. Wisconsin Power and Light, meeting your energy needs and then some.
Stop at Dagnan Motors downtown Prairie du Chien today for all your transportation needs. Pick out a new Buick, Pontiac, or GMC, buy it or lease it. When your vehicle needs repairs or parts, see Dagnan Motors. They have over 14,000 GM part numbers on hand. Need a vehicle for a few days? Dagnan Motors has rental cars, trucks, and motorhomes. Take your next trip in an air-conditioned car or truck from Dagnan's 75 used vehicle inventory. That's Dagnan Motors in downtown Prairie du Chien.
Okay, Prairie du Chien sends in the reserves. With that quarterback right now, we've got Shane Hernusman in the backfield, Eric Tenor, Eric Olson.
First five.
Handoff goes up the middle, and that one goes off to Mike Trouch, playing a fullback position. Mike, a 6'2", 185-pound junior. That's our meat for next year.
Starting off now is Fargo Hillman. 70, Jet Knockabout, one of the linemen. We'll see who else we can pick up as soon as they look this way.
Third down, 5 yards to go for the first down. Ball just inside the 40-yard line of Lancaster. Hernusman up underneath, hands off to the right side. Driving his way through and plays it off to the right side. Going downfield is Mike Trouch. Trouch all the way down. Touchdown! Mike Trouch with a 39-yard scoring run off to the right side.
That's his second touchdown of the season. He scored in the Mount Horeb game, too, in a reserve role.
Mike, a happy boy right now. Wow.
He comes out, Chris Kleesner goes in.
So Prairie du Chien really breaks this game home now, 42-14.
It'll be Matt Mark to hold, Shane Hernusman to attempt the PAT.
Kick is up, the kick is good. Just over the upright on the left-hand side. We'll keep it right here. Prairie du Chien leading now 44-14. The reserves come in, and Prairie du Chien doesn't slow down at all. 39-yard scoring run. Like I said, that's our meat for next year. Mike Trouch, a junior, 6'2", breaks over the right side, runs all the way down the sidelines for a touchdown.
They corrected the score. Yeah, it should be 43-14.
43-14.
They chunked up 8. I don't know why, instead of 7. This ball game is turned into a rout. You would never know it by that first half of play.
The way this game started, the second play of the ball game, Prairie du Chien had a beautiful 68-yard touchdown scoring pass from Matt Martin to Brian Burnett, and I thought Prairie du Chien was on the way to a rout at that point, but Lancaster battled back with some fantastic plays of their own, and it was tied at halftime 14-14, but Prairie du Chien has completely dominated the second half with excellent running by Osterhaus. Osterhaus, I'm willing to bet unofficially is over 170 yards at this point. And kicking off for Prairie du Chien.
64, Mark Fritchie.
Mark Fritchie got a nice high kick, and whistles are blown.
Pick up some of those Prairie du Chien players as they walk back. 33.
And it'll be a legal procedure against Prairie du Chien.
John Ducharme is still there. 58, Jim Albee. 83 is Bob Jones.
Mark's going to give it another swat here. Good high kick that last time. It came down right around the 18-yard line.
5'10", 215 pounds, a junior.
Coaches the ball. A lower kick, and now that's a nice long one. All the way down to about the 14-yard line. Taken there by Reynolds. Reynolds steams upfield. Waits it off to the right side. He's going all the way. There goes Reynolds up the right side. The 20. 10. Touchdown.
86 yards,
86-yard touchdown. Run back.
Do you believe it? It was a great kick by
Great kick by Fritchie, except special teams sort of fell apart on that. As Steve Reynolds runs it all the way back. Reynolds, a 5'8", 165-pound senior. And he's fast, and once he cleaned off the right side, right around midfield, I knew he had it all the way. Because he had a head of steam up.
Well, he just went through the Prairie du Chien defenders like you wouldn't believe. Got some good blocks, and he's very quick.
43-20 now.
That was exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
That distance.
Luckily, we have a... And the kick is up, and the kick is good. And so it's still out of scoring in the last couple minutes of this ball game. 1 minute to go in the game. Prairie du Chien leading 43-21.
Boy, that was the play of the ball game, I guess, if you're a Lancaster fan. 86 yards, Steve Reynolds, after a real nice kick by Mark Pritchie, all the way down to the 14-yard line. Reynolds had it, streamed through the Prairie du Chien defenders with some blocks, and 86 yards, pay dirt. And they hit the kick 43-21. Lots of scoring in this ball game, Brian. It was only 14-14 at the half. But everybody's having some fun, especially in this fourth quarter of play.
And it's being parents' night, too. Coach Bebo trying to get every player in.
Well, you like to see that. I know the parents appreciate it. And when you have a league like that, you can afford to do it.
Deep for Prairie du Chien is going to be Andy Arms, along with Brian Burnett.
67 is Brian Esser, Ray Gents, and the Prairie du Chien line on this side. These juniors are good ball players. There's no question they'll be the starters next year.
And an outside kick is an extreme possibility here.
Is that Hotaker again?
Right. And Hotaker and all the players are down in a stance and look for an onside kick. And they do try it. But the ball is taken by Pritchie. Pritchie breaks loose. Goes on the left side. He's going to keep running all the way down to about the 44-yard line.
This guy's good.
Into Lancaster territory. Pritchie, one of the linemen, got a hold of the ball, and he says, well, why not? Let's run. And he took off and got himself about 15 yards on that.
This guy is a good and smart football player. He's done a lot of things well in this game.
So the Prairie du Chien reserves come back in with 44 seconds. The clock is running. And let's see if Prairie du Chien can do it one more time here. Shane Earnestman at the helm. Handoff goes left side to Trouch again. Trouch pulls forward for about a gain of 7. Out over the 40, down to about the 39-yard line. Second down, let's call it 3 yards to go for the first down. 15 seconds, 14.
Oh, let's get one more play off.
8 seconds, and I believe Prairie du Chien just let the clock run out.
That's going to be it.
And that is the end of the ball game. Prairie du Chien defeats the Lancaster Flying Arrows 43-21 in a game that looked like it was going to be much tighter than this at halftime, but Prairie du Chien sort of walked away with it in the second half.
Well, an exciting ball game. Prairie du Chien goes to 2-1 overall and 1-0 in the SWAL. Conversely, Lancaster has a record now of 1 win and 2 losses on the season and 0-1 in conference play. It all started in the first quarter. Actually, it was the second play from scrimmage for Prairie du Chien. Just a minute into the ball game, a sparkling 68-yard touchdown pass from Matt Martin to Brian Burnett. The kick by Shane Hernishman was good, and Prairie took a 7-0 lead into the second quarter. There were 3 touchdowns scored in that second period of play. Lancaster came back to tie the game with 7-19. Steve Dye, a 68-yard touchdown run. The kick was good at 7-7. Matt Martin then capped the Prairie du Chien drive 2 minutes later by going over from the 3-yard line. Again, Hernishman's kick was good. He didn't miss tonight. It was 14-7 Prairie. But Lancaster wasn't finished. They tied the ball game. Hotaker to Steinhoff, the reserve quarterback to the starting quarterback with a half minute left to go in the first half. Covered 18 yards. The kick was good. It was 14-14 going into the locker room. In the third quarter, both teams were fresh and both were playing determined football. The only score came from Brian Burnett, a 16-yard run with 6 minutes left in the third period of play. Again, Hernishman's kick was good. Prairie du Chien led 21-14. Then a wild fourth quarter, all kinds of things happened. Prairie du Chien scored just 40 seconds into the quarter. Matt Martin, his second touchdown of the night on a 1-yard run. The kick was good. 28-14 Prairie led. Osterhaus, a real workhorse, particularly in that fourth quarter with big gainers. 3:30 left in the ball game, went over from the 12-yard line. Martin carried in the 2-point conversion. Prairie du Chien led 36-14. And Prairie du Chien still not finished. 1:14 left. Reserve Mike Crouch, his second touchdown of the season, a 39-yard run, 43-14 was the score after the PAT. And then Lancaster got back on the board with exactly a minute left. It was Steve Reynolds, an 86-yard touchdown run, 43-21. That was the final score. A fun ball game, Brian.
It was a very fun ball game. Like I said, at the beginning of this game, I thought Prairie du Chien was Lancaster was in for a rout. And I figured Prairie du Chien would handle him quite easily, but Lancaster showed a lot of spirit. And at halftime, it had me worried because they were running the wishbone offense very, very well. And Brian Hotager came in and threw that 20-yard touchdown pass right before the half. And I thought, this game was going to be much closer, but Prairie du Chien finally did wear down Lancaster and ended up winning this one 43-21.
I want to thank you for joining us at home. We'll be back next Friday night, 7:15 pregame from the River Valley High School to Spring Green. Brian and I will be on hand. Should be another good one. We'll see you then. The final score once again, Prairie du Chien 43, Lancaster 21. This has been your high school football report.
You've been listening to Prairie du Chien High School football, brought to you by Ben Franklin, Edwards Plumbing and Heating, Dookie's Auto Parts, Design Homes, Caber's Supper Club, Dick's Supermarket, Curry City Bank, Gunderson Farrell Clinic,